Hey YouTube, hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Ahmed Al-Bakri, but you can call me Bax. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks of how to get the perfect hyperlapse. It's really simple, so let's get started. So what is a hyperlapse? Basically, it's taking lots of pictures of the same object at different distances. So think of it as a moving time lapse. So what do I need to create a hyperlapse? Any camera and a video editing software. You can even use your phone. It doesn't have to be something fancy or expensive. So a couple of days ago, my friends and I shot a hyperlapse at the Sheikh Zayed Mosque in Abu Dhabi, and I'm gonna show you how. So roll the B-roll.
The first thing you want to do is scout the area for an object or subject that you'd like to perform the hyperlapse on. Then you'd want to look into your viewfinder to make sure that your composition is correct and your camera is level. This is crucial to obtain a smooth flowing hyperlapse. You want to make sure that the crosshair in your viewfinder is aligned with an easy part of your subject. In this case, I chose the horizontal line since it's easy to spot out. After you take your first image, you want to take one step forward and repeat the process, making sure your crosshair is matched with the same point previously. Repeat the process until you have enough footage. Usually, you'll notice a difference when you have above 30 images. So now that we're back in the editing process, I start off by editing the first picture, and then after I'm done, I go to develop settings, copy settings, make sure to press copy, and then I select all the images, and then go to develop settings again and paste settings. After I've done that, I export pictures into my desktop. And once you've exported the edited images, you can now import them to Final Cut or any editing software that allows you to play with the frame rate. Go to your Final Cut and start a new project. Go File, New Project. Let's name this Mosque Hyperlapse. For video, we're going to choose 4K. Resolution is good. Frame rate should be 25 frames per second or 24. And we're going to hit OK. And now we're going to go back. Select all our images and drag them over to Final Cut's timeline. Alright, so now that your images are in the timeline, if you press the play button, it will take a really long time for them to switch from one picture to another. And we want to assign each picture to one frame. So by doing that, we're going to have to right click, change duration, then type in 01, enter. Let's check it out. Bam. But we still have a lot of work to do with stabilization. So the first thing we're going to do is select all these images again, right click, new compound clip, hit OK, and then we're going to scale in. And export. So now we're going to export the master file, and for the video codec we're going to choose Apple's ProRes 422HQ, and then we're going to hit next, and let's save it to our desktop. And once your file has been exported, select your file and drag it back into the timeline. So now that we press play, we can see the hyperlapse, but it's very unstable. So in order to fix that, we're going to have to add some stabilization to it. So we're going to delete our old compound clip, select the files, go to stabilization, and select inertia cam. Once it's finished, we're going to hit play, and I think that's much better. So what I like to do with my hyperlapses is I like to make them into boomerangs. So we're going to hold shift and drag the clip over, And then we're going to do that again. And then one more time. So I'm gonna select the first and third clip. Go into your speed settings and reverse these clips. Once your files are done rendering, you're going to press play and you will have this effect. Another thing I like to do is I like to add motion blur. So let's go to our motion blur, select our moderate motion blur. And place it over our clip. So let's press play. And I think that's much better. So once you have the final product, you're going to export. And this time you're going to go into settings and select Apple devices. For video codec, you're going to select better quality and you're going to keep it at this resolution. Go ahead, hit next. Hyperlapse final. So let's check out how our final hyperlapse turned out. And there you have it. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, hit that like button and subscribe for more content coming soon. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them down in the description below. And for now, I'll see you next time. I'd like to give out a huge shout out to my friend Peter for coming down from Sweden and spending some time in Dubai. And also for my friend Reza for coming along for the ride. Thank you guys for your support and I'll see you in the next episode.